Most people believe charisma is something you add. Better words, better posture, better confidence. That belief is exactly why they never become attractive. True charisma appears when you stop trying to influence anyone, and almost no one can tolerate that state for long. What draws people to you is not what you say. It's not your personality. It's not even confidence. It's the absence of need. In this video, you'll understand why people feel magnetically pulled toward certain individuals and unsettled by others without knowing why. You'll see why silence can be more dominant than speech, why calm creates authority, and why the most attractive people in the room are often the least visible ones. This isn't about learning techniques. It's about removing what quietly repels others from you. Every second you're unaware of it. Once you see this, you won't unsee it. And neither will they. The moment you try to be attractive, you shift your attention outward. You start monitoring reactions, reading faces, adjusting yourself in real time, and people feel that instantly, not consciously, but instinctively, because attraction doesn't come from expression, it comes from self-containment. Most people leak themselves into the room. Their words ask for approval. Their smiles seek reassurance. Their posture waits for permission. They don't notice it, but others do. That subtle need creates pressure. And pressure is never attractive. This is why people who do everything right often feel invisible. They speak clearly, they dress well, they behave correctly, yet nothing lands. Because charisma isn't created by adding presence. It's created by removing dependence. When someone doesn't need your agreement, your attention sharpens. When someone isn't trying to impress you, your curiosity rises. And when someone remains calm, even when nothing is given back, your nervous system registers strength. This is not a social skill, it's a psychological signal. Animals recognize it. Children recognize it. Adults feel it but explain it poorly. They call it confidence. But confidence is just the surface. The real source lies deeper, and most people never reach it because they confuse attraction with performance. Charisma doesn't begin in the mind. It begins in the nervous system. Before a word is spoken, your body has already answered one question. Am I safe within myself? Or am I seeking regulation from others? Most people don't realize this is happening, but everyone responds to it. A regulated nervous system communicates one thing. Nothing is missing here. No urgency, no inner negotiation, no silent request for validation. This is why calm is so powerful. Not the performative kind, the kind that exists even when nothing is going your way. When someone can remain steady without feedback, without approval, without control, they generate gravity. People lean in. Not because they're impressed, but because their own nervous system relaxes. This is rarely talked about, because it can't be faked for long. You can memorize lines, you can adopt confident posture, you can mirror behavior, but you cannot imitate inner containment under pressure. That's why real charisma often appears in moments of silence, in pauses, in restraint. The person who doesn't rush to fill space signals abundance. The person who doesn't defend themselves signals certainty. And the person who can tolerate misunderstanding signals power. This is where attraction shifts from surface behavior to something deeper, something people feel but struggle to name. And this is also where most people turn back. Because maintaining this state means giving up something familiar. Truly charismatic people reveal themselves not through action, but through what they don't do. They don't rush to explain. They don't correct every misunderstanding. They don't compete for space. When tension enters a room, most people try to dissolve it. They smile more, they speak faster, they justify. Charismatic individuals do the opposite. They allow tension to exist, not as a tactic, but because they don't experience it as a threat. This changes everything. When someone can sit inside uncertainty without moving to escape it, others adjust around them. Conversations slow down, voices lower. Attention consolidates. Notice how they respond to interruption. They don't fight for the floor. They pause. They resume when space returns. That pause is not weakness. It's ownership. Notice how they react to disrespect. There is no visible offense, no urgency to reclaim status, because nothing was taken. This is deeply unsettling to people who live in constant self-defense, and deeply attractive to those who recognize stability. Charisma is not expressive. It is containment under pressure, and containment is visible only when pressure appears. This is why some people feel powerful in calm environments, but disappear the moment dynamics shift. True charisma survives disruption, and that's where its cost becomes visible. True charisma doesn't seek harmony. It reveals imbalance. When someone is deeply self-contained, they stop participating in the silent emotional exchanges most people rely on. They don't mirror anxiety. They don't soothe insecurity. They don't adjust to protect egos. And that absence is felt as a disruption. Around them, people become more aware of themselves, of their nervousness, of their need to be seen. This is why strong presence is often mislabeled as arrogance, not because it dominates, but because it refuses to compensate. Charismatic individuals don't rush to make others comfortable. They allow people to sit with their own reactions, and many can't tolerate that. They experience it as judgment, even when none is expressed. Because self-possession exposes self-fragmentation. This is the hidden cost of charisma. You will not always be welcomed, you will not always be liked, and you will not always be understood, but you will be felt. And feeling is more powerful than approval. This is why most people unconsciously choose to remain agreeable rather than grounded. Because grounded presence requires standing alone internally. It requires letting go of the safety that comes from being emotionally interchangeable. And that decision changes how every room responds to you. Charisma is not something you build. It's something that remains after everything unnecessary falls away. When you no longer seek to be chosen, you become distinct. When you stop adjusting yourself to be received, your presence stabilizes. And when you no longer fear standing alone internally, others feel it, even if they can't explain why. This is why true charisma is rare. Not because it's complex, but because it requires subtraction, less need, less noise, less emotional bargaining. What remains is quiet strength, and quiet strength is unmistakable. If you liked this video and want more content like this, I'd really appreciate a like, a subscription, and a share. And if you made it all the way to the end, write this in the comments: Chaos doesn't own me.